the Switch to see how it performs and if it performs well. Amnesia should not be played to win, instead focus on immersing yourself in the game's world and story. Do not worry about how to save during the game will take care of that part for you. When you want to leave the game, just choose Save and Exit, and then choose to return where you left off where you start up the game. The world of Amnesia is a dangerous place and you're extremely vulnerable. Do not try to fight enemies encountered. Instead, use your wits, hide, and eventually run if necessary. The interplay between light and dark is very important in the game because this is vital to set up correct. There. That is all. Hope you enjoy immersing yourself in the world of Amnesia. Again, we're going to go past a couple parts in this one here. At the time, this game was a kind of a trend starter, too, I think, for a lot of these walking survive simulators. It's more of not so much a walking simulator as it's more of a survivals game. You're actually,
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
Hi, Daniel. I'm also Danny. Oops, wrong button. Keep thinking a different one here. Show that, focus style, that, commentary, sure. I was actually looking for the effects of removing the blur. The hell was that all about? Ever heard of closing the goddamn door? Okay, left is to run a little bit quicker. Dude, seriously, let me control my damn controller. There. Stay closed. Yeah, past that, I mean, it runs okay. It seems a little bit like they kind of set it to 30 frames per second or something.
This is one of the first levels that we created for the game, and it was initially part of the archives level, which we will reach in a bit. Amnesia started out with a pretty different design, and when we redesigned it, the maps did not fit. This caused us to split them up and scatter them out. So in the first design, after this corridor, the archives level was supposed to follow, and the room lying there now was built much later. In fact, the first designs did not have Daniel waking up with an amnesia at all, and it was actually added later on. In the first story draft, Daniel still had hidden memories, but he was unaware of this at the start of the story. However, as we redesigned things, we found the waking up with amnesia thingy, although a bit.
See if we can find any tinder boxes.
Hi there, my name is Luis. I'm mostly a tool programmer, level scripter at times, and perhaps the main reason why the rest of the core team at Fictional Games is pretty much forced to speak English at our internal meeting, as I am the only non-Swede here. Now, what a Spaniard is doing with a bunch of Swedish guys is a whole different story we won't be discussing today. By the way, I will be talking mostly about tools and scripting. Hope you like it. The editors themselves went through a lot of design changes during the development. Not that many in visual appeal as in internal stuff, like data structures and handling. This happened mostly because at the beginning we only knew the basic stuff that needed to be in them, and as they grew in features and functionality, they started to kind of fall apart, mostly due to my big lack of previous experience in projects like this. Right now, aloud, what the hell still sounds in my head when I look at some parts of the code, but I'm still proud of them. They can also get a bit buggy at times, but hopefully this won't happen again in the future, and I already got some nice ideas for the next iteration of the tools.
I'm liking this documentary stuff too for this. It is locked. Hey, I mean, so far it's running fine, but then there's some bits and pieces of it. You can tell it's kind of slow and chugging a little bit. Okay, there we go. Underbox. I look for a key of sorts. Okay, it has to be in this room then. Yeah, past that, it works pretty good. Oops. I keep doing that. My brain keeps thinking I'm using the PS4 for a second because I'm using this for the Switch. But, alright. Third descent, it's passable. Now, the only problem I have with this is I have to, if I want to start a new game, I have to go like this. So if I want to play like, you know, Justine or something like that, I have to literally switch out the game and then go and load it up accordingly. Which is not a huge deal, I guess. If you're playing it just for one particular game at a time, then it ain't so bad. But we're going to move on to the next part in the series, which is A Machine for Pigs. This one, I guess, is a little bit more forgiving out of the set. From what I've heard, anyway. Alright, so how this one performs. Again, I'm just mostly playing him as sort of like a performance test. Because most of us already seen how Amnesia plays, but of course this game will still be new to a point for some folks who happen to own Nintendo or the Switch. Because there's, believe it or not, still people out there who are just do not own PCs that they feel like they're powerful enough to play a game like Amnesia or whatever else. So they're like, well, no, I only play games on Switch, which is fine. This is meant to be dedicated towards those folks who only play on Switch and how the game performs. He who is makes a beast of himself removes himself from the pain of being human. Dr. Samuel Johnson.
Daddy, Daddy, please don't kill me.
Thank you, Tai Tai, for the hosts. I don't know either. How you doing, sweetheart? Multi-testing out A Machine for Pigs through the Amnesia collection. I'm just playing it for like a couple moments anyway to see how they perform on the Switch. Well, that motion blur they kind of infused with this, it's like, ugh. There's actually an option you can turn it off. I think it's actually hard-coded into the game, so it's like you have no hope of disabling it. in it.
Papa, this way.
If you want me to find you in some sort of hide-and-seek game, don't tell me any hints. No. I mean, the game's running... Again, these games are running fine so far. Some light graphical hiccups here and there, but it's really harmless. Yeah, it is... It is one of those type of games you have to, like, hide from things, but...
There's a bad man coming.
Like, this one actually, out of the two, at least I remember, this one wasn't as scary as the original. That's alright. Stay where the hell you are, kids. Alright, doesn't look like they introduced the lean mechanic in this one. What? This guy has earthquake insurance. Yeah, let me grab that. Hey, I want that. Give me the rifle. God damn it. Oh, this is a game about surviving. Yeah, it's about surviving. Why don't you give me the damn musket rifle so I can pop myself some pig people? Yeah, machine for freaking rotisserie. Always aggravates me too. You see like a cleaver or something, you can't pick it up and use it. Aww, a mini Sonic. Don't tell me the little one there. He took them all. Yeah, it's a little bit creepy. Like, some of the frame rates, definitely, it's kind of throttled back. I mean, it looks okay. It looks definitely fine in terms of visual stuff, but it's a little bit glitchy as well in certain spots. If I turn a certain way, things like clip on visual cues, or in transition of shifting around like this, like, it kind of takes away from the illusion of the game, which is not a horrible port so far. Like, it's definitely decent. I'm supporting you by hiding my heart is pounding. Oh. Okay, we'll switch out the next game then. Yeah, because it's like I'm running through this area and there's really nothing going on. Oh.
You don't mind if I record this, do you? I find it most useful.
Ah, you have one of those wonderful tomato pills. No, of course not, my dear fellow.
It's my own design, Professor, along with everything you see.
Most useful. You understand, of course, why the Ministry sent me. That they have concerns.
Right. Aztecian. Hey, what the fuck? What happened to the clock? Man, I don't understood they have to like throttle back the graphics, but come on, guys. Yeah, like the clock on it's all glitched out. Like everything in this game is just glitched out. I think the paintings though. Maybe. Like I do know they had to like scale a couple things back to make sure it ran as up to 30, at least 30 frames per second in this. As it's supposed to be like undocked and all that, it's supposed to run okay too, but it's like so far anyway. I'm looking at this, you know, it's kind of it performs well enough to be played. But yeah, that's that one in a nutshell. Oops. Now we're going to try out the last bit in the collection here, which is called Justine. I mean, and luckily it just pops right up. Yep. Oh, okay. This is Amnesia Justine, so it must have been like an expansion for the first one. I just never heard of it, though. Yeah, like something could have like exited out to the main menu to switch out between them all, and I'm guessing they assumed you to kind of go through it one shot or something like that. But for me personally, I don't know. Yeah, like it has some points to it where it's kind of disappointing. Yeah, definitely. This inspired Layers of Fear. With Layers of Fear, though, that one was actually like it was impossible to die in that game because you're just literally walking through a haunted house kind of thing.
Bienvenue. You are now listening to the sound of my disembodied voice. It will serve you no purpose to look for me, for this is a voice from the past. I bid you welcome to my cabinet of perturbation. It is my study of the human psyche, specifically yours. A set of recordings have been prepared to chaperone you through the chambers ahead.
Right off the bat, they're already throwing monsters at us. The thing about this game, too, is it's very important to have plenty of light. Why does it smell like crappy cabbage around here? Okay, no.
Whoever you are, if you could help me, I would be much obliged. Please be reasonable. You don't help me. Please help me.
Sorry, my guy, you're on your own.
Can you hear me? It's not too late to set things right.
Perfect Halloween game.
Anyone there?
Dude, I can't open up your damn door.
Is that you I hear?
How did you escape?
Why did this happen?
Have you seen
Yeah.
Justine?
Which it can be fun at the same time, but I mean, for me, I like to fight back with these things because it's like I know I can beat their ass. Is that another one?
Can you hear me? It's not too late to set things right. Anyone there?
Not budge, I'm moving it.
How did you escape? Have you seen Justine?
Sometimes you just gotta get right to the point. Yeah, game above all else, this runs a little bit like the same with the others. Sorry, that pun was just there. Yeah, I mean, the game runs good overall. Again, it's something I'd say I most likely would probably play around Halloween anyway. Yep, you pretty much you're Daniel, and you wake up in this dungeon, and you have to get past all these nightmarish-looking creatures, and this right here looks like it might have been the expansion for that, and then the and Pigs is basically a spin-off of that as well. Yeah, I mean, the series itself is pretty fun. I mean, it does scare the shit out of a lot of people. For myself, it's kind of like I play it, I'm kind of like, eh, you know what I mean? Because it's like it doesn't scare me as much. I just kind of get bored because I want to actually fight back with things. Like, just how I am. I mean, it doesn't make it a bad...
Who are you? Who's there? Have mercy!
Well, there's no other way to get past it. I'm usually pretty passive neutral in these type of games.
Twisted child.
Oh, hell no, you just insulted me. How you doing, Badger? Yep, this is the Justine expansion. Playing this just for a little bit anyway, kinda... Yeah, it's mostly the 3-in-1 pack, so you get the original Amnesia, you get... Justine, and you get a Machine for Pigs. Very good horror set. Playing this on the Switch currently. And I gotta say, in terms of the collection, it runs fine. For me, it's like maybe it ran exactly like that on PC, and I haven't played it in a while, so my brain is just not. Thank you, sweetheart. Yep. Yep, I played Soma. That one's actually pretty good. Ooh. Like, that one I do like quite a bit. Like, I'm supposed to be playing Remothered here. I'm going to be saving that literally for Halloween time. That's be one of the few I'm actually going to sit down and actually play through. And then The Eyes of Ara is one I think I need to be playing that one around the same time in October. Soma kind of is. It's kind of an aquatic kind of horror to it. Like, it is kind of like one, but it isn't at the same time. See, I got this game here for like something cents and I have yet to play. Alright, let's go here and switch over to this. I will switch to that. Yeah, it's again, Soma's pretty good. Yeah, like they kind of railed it a bit too. Like it was kind of on rails more than it felt, you know, loosey-goosey. Like for me, I don't mind a walking simulator as long as it's a, you know what I mean? It has this 8-bit duo, or this 8-bit doggle thing I've been plugging into my PC and through my Switch here has been wonderful. Yeah, let's turn it off for now. Yeah, because it's been like for me, it was like it was pretty good, at least from memory, and it was like, but it was kind of on like straight up on rails though, and that for me, like.